Welcome! Woohoo! Hello. Welcome, everybody, to an all brand new Ann Lynn Show. And I'm Ann.
And I'm Lynn.
Hey,
hi, Ann. How you doing?
I am doing good. How are you today?
Oh, I'm so excited about our special guest today.
I know, and we have with us today Bonez.
Yes.
And we've got
our man about town, our man about the country.
Our man about the country. And
he's a roving reporter.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm going to make an adjustment here. Got to get this going. We got our special guest, and I'm going to bring him in right now. Are we all ready to see our favorite? I see our favorite truck driver, Bonez, and there he is. Woo woo!
Woo-hoo.
How are y'all this morning?
We are good.
Super.
I got my coffee.
I have my coffee.
Well, I'm drinking water.
Oh, there we go. Well, Bonez and I clinked our coffee.
Oh, well, okay. I'll do a water clink with you.
Okay.
Well, so Bonez,
where in the world is Bonez?
Yeah, where in the world is Bonez today?
Well, usually when I'm talking to my friends, I say I'm in my truck.
That's right. You are.
Yeah.
I'm actually in Maryland.
Maryland.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness. You're a long
I'll be back in Pennsylvania in about 10 miles though. So.
Oh.
Wow.
Do you ever bring home fresh seafood from the East Coast?
No. We're not really into seafood.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Usually when I think of seafood, I think of my son saying seafood.
Well, I'm on the seafood diet, you know.
Oh, okay.
All the food you see. No, actually, my doctor and I have me on a good diet now. Or no, it's a life change, right? Not diet. Hey, I see Mickey Mouse Operation is in the house. And Mama C, hi everyone. And Bonez, they're saying hello to you and hello to y'all.
Hello.
This is wonderful.
Well, Bonez, did you have a good Christmas and a happy New Year on New Year's Eve?
We just, it was the way everything's gone, and we just stayed home.
Yeah.
We had dinner with the family at home, and that was it pretty much. My son wasn't able to come up from Kentucky, so he was down in Kentucky this whole time. So,
yeah, we understand that. My husband Dave and I had a very quiet Christmas and New Year's, but it was nice. It was pleasant, and he got off a couple weeks, so he was happy.
Well, but cameraman and I, we had a quiet Thanksgiving together and Christmas Eve. But you know. Yeah. It was still very nice to be together, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, and
it was relaxing.
Relaxing. Yes. That's a good word for it. Hey, I got a question for you, Bonez.
Yeah.
What's it like being a famous celebrity now on YouTube with your own channel? Everybody's got to check out Bonez's channel.
Well, I don't.
Right.
I don't really consider I mean, I'm mostly humbled that everybody, like, people want to come in and see like what I do.
Mm.
So it's kind of surreal. It's like, wow, people want to
Yeah.
watch me on YouTube.
I watched your video this morning. I watched it this morning, the latest one, where somebody pulled out in front of you. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all, is it?
That stuff probably happens about once a day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question, Bones. How long have you been driving a truck?
18 years.
Wow, that's really amazing. Ann and our dad was a truck driver for many years, and he drove out of Willow Run Airport,
Oh,
the
okay.
old Willow Run before Detroit Metropolitan or whatever it is now. Yeah, he
Willow
drove.
Run is still there.
Okay, well, we're going back in the late 50s, early
Oh, okay.
60s. Yeah, we're going way back, Bones. I have another question. What's the most interesting load that you've ever had to deliver or pick up?
Ooh.
Interesting, as in weird interesting, or is it
I
like
think so.
Weird.
I think weird or animals.
never hauled any animals.
Oh, okay.
I've hauled gas,
Oh.
diesel, kerosene.
Oh.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Well, I just wondered. I'll let you think about it. We had a good friend before he retired. He was a tanker gas tanker, I guess, right? And he did that for years and
Yeah.
years and years. And he lived, and he lived a long life. And he retired. After retirement, they called him back in for a while. And even up in his 70s, he was hauling that highly flammable material.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
That was Joe, Ann.
Oh. Okay. Woo.
I hauled. Well, actually, I hauled. The barrels that they use to for Jack Daniels.
Yes.
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 I hauled. They had. I went there to pick them up at the distillery, and
Okay.
had already cut them in half, and they went to Texas to a Home Depot for planters.
Oh, yes. Now,
Um,
they would have a residue smell in them, wouldn't they?
you could smell it.
I
Yeah,
know,
you
and
could.
it would never leave there.
No, you could
Well,
definitely smell the smell of Jack Daniels.
well, I don't live I mean, I live far, but not terribly far from the the bourbon capitals, which are where your son lives.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, isn't it a lot of whiskey or a lot of bourbon, isn't it? A lot of bourbon.
A lot of bourbon,
Yeah.
whiskey. Actually, that there's two different kinds of. Whoa, there's an accident.
Okay. You just watch what you got to do.
There's two different kinds of whiskey, and it depends on how they spell it. But the way they distill it is versus the way they spell it.
Oh, okay.
WISKYEY and then WHISKY or whatever.
That's right.
Wow. I
Wow.
never realized that before.
But then I'm not a bourbon drinker or much of a whiskey. Now, hey, if you got a cold and you feel really bad, a little hot toddy is what we were given when we were growing up, which is whiskey, honey, and water. Oh.
Lemon. No, lemon.
Lemon, honey, and little shot of something
it's wild turkey. It's like a shot of wild turkey and lemon and honey. And yeah, and tea. Didn't we put it in tea?
Well, I'll tell you what. You wanted to get well. Once was enough.
I know one time I
Oh
gave
yeah.
one of my kids was sick one time, and I told her, I said, well, I'm gonna make you a hot toddy. So I gave it to her and made her drink it. She got real mad at me. She said, I'm telling grandma that you gave me alcohol. And
They were
said,
pastors at the time.
yeah, I said, you go ahead and tell your grandma, because I learned this from grandma. And boy, her little eyes were good. I said,
Oh, I gotta slow down.
Oh.
Well, Bones, we don't want to keep you real long because that traffic
you're
sounds
fine.
like it's okay. It sounds like it's interesting traffic there.
I'm
Well,
just coming into Pennsylvania right about now.
Okay, and I'm gonna look at you. Is that snow out there? I see it's all white.
No.
No.
Oh, that's
okay,
just the sky.
just the sky. Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the glare from here. I'll move that a little bit. It's
Oh
just the
no,
glare
it's
from
okay.
the
I
clouds.
just couldn't see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Wow.
you on highway 86?
70.
70.
Yep.
Oh, which will go into Indianapolis and beyond,
Well, actually, I'll take
Ohio.
it will go into Ohio, and then I'll be on 76.
76. I'm not familiar.
The toll road.
Oh, okay, but I'm not just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, did you make Bones? Did you make any New Year's Eve resolutions this year?
Well, I am going to start. The family actually is going to start eating better, more greens and stuff like that. So, I did gain a little bit of weight, but not as much as I had been because I actually lost 30 pounds because I stopped drinking pop.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's wonderful.
All that sugar.
Okay, so you didn't drink diet. You were drinking the regular pop. You gave up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was about 2-3 years ago, I think it was.
Wow.
Just all that empty calories, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I was drinking too much of it. I was drinking way too much of it.
Well, that's easy to do. I have another question. How did you find Marfugo?
Yeah.
How did you find Mark?
Actually, I was going through. I found him because of Red Pill 78.
Oh, yes.
And that was about 4 years ago. It was quite a while ago.
So you were there at his beginning? You were there at his beginning?
Just after the beginning.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
It was Ann first, and then Ann shared with me Marfugo News, Marfugo TV. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I got hooked up with the other channel that was associated with them, and I was actually a mod for her.
Oh
and
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I came in to be a mod for Marfugo. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know who we're talking about Marfugo TV, and you'll have to check him out. And it's a great channel. We love. He's our leader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
he's our YouTube leader.
Well, and he has helped so many. Help me out, Ann. What are you called? That start out. Thank you.
Yeah, he helped us. He helped us.
He's helped hundreds and hundreds, probably.
Oh yeah.
And
to have a voice.
And then we've met so many other YouTube channel creators, and we love them all. Everybody we've met, we just love. Everybody is so giving and wanting to help each other, just, push each other up. So we're just all about love and being good to people, aren't we, Lynn?
Oh yeah.
That's right. And we're just two grannies that just want to we know the times we're living in. We're not ignorant of what is going on. We keep up.
No,
Ann's our investigator. It keeps me informed.
well, I've always been a newsaholic. I got that from my dad. He was a newsie.
Oh,
He
yes.
was glued to the television, wasn't he?
Well, he was a big Rush.
Yeah.
Rush Limbaugh.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, if we were on vacation, we listened to Rush. Of course, I like Rush. So I mean, I didn't have a problem with that at all. But it was always Rush. So hey, I put out there for anyone that has a question for Bonez, any questions that they can kind of type them in the chat there. And it's so good to have everyone with us today. And we know that there'll be other people that will watch this as a later. I say rerun, but I don't know if they're reruns on YouTube.
So Bonez, the three of us have in common that we're now Lynn wasn't born in Michigan, but I was, and so were you also?
Yes, I was born and raised in Jackson, Michigan.
Wow.
I was born in
go ahead.
Garden City.
Oh yeah, I know where's that.
And so was our brother.
Yeah, Morris.
And we lived. I think we lived in Wayne. We lived in Wayne, Michigan, and our uncle had racehorses. They were pacers. They wore the hobbles, and so he had a racehorse farm. And he said to our dad, "If you move out and help me on the farm, I'll come be a part of the. You'll have a place to live. You can build your new home there." So we did. And I was telling you that we had gone to Jackson State Park. No, I looked it up. I believe we went to Waterloo.
Okay.
I think that's probably where we went, because that sounds really familiar. But we're going back over 50 years ago. So that really kind of strains this brain.
Well, Waterloo Recreation Area is they have cabins you can rent. They have all kinds of stuff that you can do over there. They have horseback riding, stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, we need to check it out, Ann.
Yeah,
we need to have a meet up in Michigan.
Yeah, and it's not actually not that far away from me. It's not even a half hour, really.
No, I swear, and it wasn't far for us either. Have you ever been to Hell, Michigan?
Yep.
We have to.
Actually, I did. Back in the day, I used to run.
Yes.
I used to be a runner, and I did all the Rose Run and all that. It's like 5K runs.
Yes.
And they had a run in Hell, Michigan, which the shirt says, "I ran through hell."
Well, there's a book that's written, and it says, if you're going through hell, don't, keep going, don't stop.
Well, we say that too, don't we? We say that.
We sure do. If you're going through hell, don't stop.
But when we were kids, every Sunday afternoon, our mom and dad would load us up in the car and we would take a drive. That Sunday drive, we actually did that every Sunday afternoon. And one Sunday we went and we pulled in, we went through hell. We were all laughing about it because our dad was going, "Oh, we're in hell." We were laughing. And so, we're little kids. And I think our brother was probably a newborn baby. He was little. And so, but we pulled into this drive and my mom looks up and there was a great big sign and it said nudist camp. And she was like, "Oh, get us out of here." She was like, "Oh, get us out of here." So
there's one down near Brooklyn too.
Yes. Yes. Well, I think there used to be one near Hell, but I couldn't find it. But now you're going way back. You're going way back 60 years,
Yeah. No, Lynn. We pulled into their
I know it was
drive,
there.
Remember?
Yeah.
And we saw
no. It was there. It was there. And another place that have you been to, the Irish Hills or Mystery Hill, where the water goes up and you can sit in a chair? Isn't that cool?
They actually they're in limbo. Well, they were planning on reopening it,
Yes.
but the ones with the two towers.
Okay. I don't remember. Okay. Mhm.
And it's in Irish Hills. They were planning on reopening that, but I think that they lost funding or something.
Oh,
Oh,
bummer.
well, see, we're going way back when we were kids, and
Yeah.
that was just so awesome to see water go up and the chairs stand, set, be on the wall and stuff. That was fun.
Yeah, it
So,
was
yeah.
fun.
oh,
But we have a lot of we could be your mom. So
oh yeah.
our memories are a lot older than yours.
Yeah, yeah. There. Helen said, "Laugh out loud, Bones." So they are listening and watching, and I'm so glad they're here. And
Yes.
Mama C said that she found us through um,
Marfugo.
Marfugo. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're so glad you did. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
we are. Yes, we are.
Well,
So
how is your family doing? They are all healthy and
Oh yeah.
V for Victor free, and or no, it's C, and it's C. Or okay, they're all C free, and
We're kung fu free.
yeah, we're free too. Our mother right now, our mother is not free right now. She's 10 days into it and doing well.
Yeah,
She's
so
okay.
far.
She's good.
Yeah.
But we need, she's 90 and we need your prayers. I spoke with her today and she said, I feel so much better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
It
great.
sure is. We'll be glad when we get to open up and sort of go back to some normalcy, won't we?
Oh, I'm just doing the same thing. I mean, usually
I know.
routine. So it's like
Yes.
other than some of the places where I go, I need to put on a mask, but
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
very long.
Yes.
So
That's good. That's good.
So
like the place that I picked up at, they had a sign saying that if you exit your vehicle, you have to have a mask on. So
Yes, 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 yes. I have a friend at church, and he goes to Tennessee. I think it's every day of the week from where we live, and that's a long journey. But he's on the road back and forth
actually,
to Tennessee.
it's not that far from you guys.
No, not
Yeah.
from us. But I mean, it's still probably a pretty good day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to wear his mask at certain places. Definitely. But I don't know. I still do shopping. I don't go as much as I did. Ann knows I'm a shopaholic, aren't I, Ann?
oh yes. Oh yes.
Are you going to do the church lady face for me? Oh, yes.
Oh. So it's been hard.
Wow.
Well, hey, we made a huge move through all this. I made a huge move. I don't want to ever do this again. Well, unless we come home.
We were with you when the movers came, and I mean, how big was your house? I mean, you completely, you got ready for moving, and you packed up things you needed to do, and then they came, and cameraman and I were there with you the last 2 months, and
I had a whole semi full of stuff.
You sure did.
You don't realize how much stuff you accumulate until you get ready to move.
I know that's true. And I dejunked for months weeks, didn't I? I mean,
yes, that's what I mean. We were
3 months. Yeah. I mean, I was giving rid of stuff and, giving away and just like, you do all that. And then still they brought in, it was 300 cartons. And then, those big cartons, and then the furniture and all that. Oh yeah. And since we've been here, we've bought more furniture, believe it or not. So it's, I mean, I said, I don't know what we're going to do when it's time to leave here someday. It's going to be, we'll have to, I don't know. It's going to be hard. We're not taking it all, that's for sure. But
She'll be
anyhow,
calling you. She'll be calling you, Bones.
oh,
Bones,
that's
we
what
Give
need
me a load to
help.
Buffalo.
can I contract you to come and move me? Hey.
Okay, so in a minute here, I want to show you guys something.
All right. Well, you go right ahead.
I think I'm about to the top here.
Okay.
Hopefully, I can get a clear view. Well, there's no leaves on trees, but I'm going to turn you around here.
Oh, okay. I see green now. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Now I have to adjust my bifocals, everybody, so I can see.
Oh, neat.
Oh, isn't that nice? Now, Bones, has your wife ever gone with you on the road?
Yep.
Okay. And have you ever been out to Colorado area?
Yes, I have.
Has she been with you there?
Nope.
Nope. You know what? I was there years ago, and I said, oh my. Oh my. And Utah. Oh my goodness.
Well, my son, now he's been with me in Colorado. Actually, we broke down just west of Denver.
Oh.
My turbo went out in the truck, so I couldn't even barely go up the hills.
Oh.
So are you considered a day driver, or do you do like the long hauls overnight, or do you just?
I do all of it.
You do
All of it, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that's just lovely. Mama C wants to
Right.
know, Bones, you help with moves?
Well,
Not really. We're just teasing them. No, we're just teasing them, Mama C.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
if you saw the semi truck that loaded Ann out, you'd understand.
It was the biggest one I'd ever seen.
And also, Mama C said, I'm very happy that they brought up the mask. She almost forgot hers this morning. I know cameraman got out to go in Walmart with me yesterday, and he went, oh, and he had to turn around.
Oh, I know. I've done that a couple times too. It's so aggravating.
Oh, I'm guilty. I have to go over to get some shots today, and allergy, and I have to leave it on the car door for me.
Well, I've got them everywhere. I mean, I even started a basket, where you wash them and put them in a basket by the door.
I keep it in my pocket if I need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Helen says, love riding with Bones. Scenery is beautiful. And will you be on later, Bones?
Yes, I will. I will be doing a later live. So
great. And Mama C says, oh, wow, that looks so nice. It really does. You get to see the beauty of America, don't you? The highways and byways. Pretty much.
Yep. When my son, when I was saying that we broke down out near in Colorado, so my turbo went out there, and I had to take a 10-hour break, and we stopped we were at a rest area, and the service guy had to come to the rest area to see what he needed, and then go back, then come back and work on the truck. And by the time the 10-hour break was done, he was done with the truck.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
And that was Father's Day weekend when my son went with me.
Wow.
And we actually ended up going to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And I got probably about 20 miles from Las Vegas. I'm like thinking it's really getting hot in here. Well,
Oh,
it was 117 degrees out there,
Oh,
and
wow.
my AC went out.
oh,
Oh, oh my goodness.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow. Wow. So you had your son had quite an exciting trip.
man,
Breakdown, no hair. He goes, "Yeah, Dad, I want to go again next week with you."
he wasn't real happy. He would
No.
want to go for a while.
You were like, "Nah, this is not the normal, hon. This is not the normal son."
Well, he was what? He was like
Oops, my
16,
light went down.
15 or 16 when that happened. And he wasn't real. I mean, because he was talking to his girlfriend most of the way.
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yes.
well,
Am I okay? My
you're
light
fine.
just went out. Okay,
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine, Lynn. So,
okay.
you enjoy driving, Bones? I mean, yeah, I
Oh
guess
yeah,
obviously you do, but you enjoy it.
it's getting a little bit more. I mean, because I guess the training of the new drivers that are coming into the industry is
Yes.
not as great. So it's really getting frustrating in that sense. It's not like it used to be out here. It was more fun 5-10 years ago than it was now. It is now. So
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
Well,
you have a handle? What's your handle? Oh, I guess
you
it's
have a
Bones,
CB.
right?
Well, it's
it's
CB. See what you're asking.
Do you
My
guys do that still, or
yeah, my CB handle is Bones actually.
yeah,
is Bones? So they still use CBs like they did, you know?
50 years
No,
ago.
no,
Yeah.
no. It's gradually gone down with cell phones and internet stuff, and I got my CB right here.
Oh, well, Bones, if things go down, isn't that one of the best things to have in your home and you're with your families? Is that what I've not heard?
That or like ham radio.
Yes, yes. And I think that you can get a license for him if you're not different frequencies, right? But it's pretty easy to get the first one. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
There's 3 different levels for a ham
Yes.
radio.
Okay.
It's I think general. Oh crap! I can't even remember what. I've
That's
extra is the top one that you can do
yes.
everything. So
Yes. Go. Yes. 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 But I've thought about it. Of course, we all are starting to think about this now. Our brother has a CB radio in his house, I believe. So I know I can get one on eBay pretty quick or easily, I think.
um,
Amazon, maybe.
Amazon, eBay, they do have ones on eBay that are all peaked and tuned and ready to go. All you gotta do is throw it in and hook it
Have a
up.
power source, right? Just
Yeah.
have a power source.
Otherwise, you got to get the radio, and then you got to take it to a CB shop, where there's not very many of those anymore,
Oh, no, no.
and have it peaked and tuned and everything.
Okay, well, that's good information because I know that if anything ever happens and well, I'll be honest. How long ago was it, Ann, that we had a tornado? It was Dad and I and cameraman. We were with your mother-in-law in the stone house. How long's that been? 10 years?
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a terrible tornado went through our area, and it took out the cell phones. I
Oh,
mean, there
yeah.
was no way of communicating. It was sketchy at best, and it took quite a while for our family to know that we were all safe.
Oh, to tell
Well,
each other.
you
To
also
call each
have it
other,
now where
yes.
they're integrating the cell phone into a ham radio thing too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an Android phone, and it also has the other stuff with it too. So
Oh.
I used to have one of those long time ago. I think it was a Nextel, and it was the instant instant,
Oh no! This is actual frequencies. It's not the next.
Okay.
We're having Bones. You're breaking up a little, hon.
Well, he froze for just about 5 seconds. We're fine.
Yeah, you're back.
Actually,
You're back.
Okay.
Lynn actually went out there for a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
Yeah, yep. We're going out. That's right.
well, we must be
I'm
talking
still
about
here.
stuff they don't want us to talk about.
Well, we're helping people to know how to communicate.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's something people don't want us maybe to do, but we're do it anyways.
Get your extra
If we have-
toilet paper.
Yeah, if we have to get on the rooftops and shout, we will. We Ann and I, we tried walkie-talkies, and she only lived behind me, I don't know, 3 miles maybe, if that. And of course we couldn't do anything, with all the trees, and even though it said 100-mile range, we couldn't get like 3 miles.
No, they were 5-mile range.
A lot of
okay.
a lot of those Baofeng radios and TYT radios, HYS radios, they have to be programmed for the frequencies with the computer. Some of them, I don't know which ones you're talking about, but
no, just the little walkie-talkies is all we had.
Yeah.
It
will say like 35 miles on some of those. There's no way.
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Too much interference by the houses, you think?
Yeah, that's just a selling tool.
That's true.
Well, pretty much.
That's true. Just like outdoor antennas, sometimes the smaller ones, they'll say, 120 miles, and maybe you will, maybe you won't. Depends on where you live.
Yeah.
How are you doing there, Bones? Are you
not too bad?
Okay.
Well, it has been great to have you on today, Bones. We've been trying to do this for quite a while, to have you on, and we're so glad you're our first guest of the new year.
Cool.
Yes.
Our first guest.
You want to tell them, Ann, who they want to hang on next week, who they might want to hang out with us?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
okay.
Yet.
Okay. But you have it at the end of the video.
I do. So you have to watch to the very end so you don't miss who's going to be on next time on the Ann Lynn Show.
But Bones is the first one, and you just came right to it, right to Ann. Ann said, "I got to have Bones on here." And you know what? You gave us some good information too. I mean, we didn't know about locking and all that stuff. I didn't know about that.
About what?
About how to do a CB radio, how to make sure they're, what did you call it? When they're ready to go?
Peaked and tuned radios, like on eBay.
Peaked and tuned. I'm going to write that down because I want to remember that.
You gotta, so when you get a radio, when you get a CB, it's just factory. And you want to peak and tune it to your antenna.
Oh,
stuff,
my goodness.
So,
thank you. See, that's good information. Okay.
And if you can't have the wire so long, you lose the resistance of the wire going to, And,
the signal has to travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and all your connections, make sure you're grounded, no corrosion in the wires, stuff like that. It's
okay, and ground your wire. Okay.
Well, I know cameraman can handle that, Lynn.
Oh, he sure can.
He sure can.
You know what? Helen, thank you very much. Well, Ann? Are you
Yes,
about to close us out? Because
I
we
think
know Bones is working
yeah,
hard today,
he's working.
and
Yep.
we want him to be. You're in our prayers for safety because we know what it's like. You are keeping America going. You are the part of the backbone of America, isn't that right,
Yeah,
Ann?
that's correct. The truck drivers
They
are
are a
because
backbone.
they
That's
move
right.
all of our product. We
See,
wouldn't have our products without them.
the Pennsylvania tollway here has gone totally electronic.
Yes. Oh, did
They
you
have no.
just go through you just went through it, didn't you?
Hmm.
I could tell you were
Yep.
moving, you were turning. I'm like, oh, maybe he needs yeah, okay. That was the turnpike. How
That
much
was the
is it?
toll booth.
Toll. How much is
Well,
it for?
I'm not sure because it's all electronic now.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
You
got your
don't grab a ticket.
you have your little box. We have our little boxes in our cars too.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
about
yes,
that is, if you don't have a box, they'll still bill you by mail. So
Yeah, they'll tag
absolutely.
your truck. Yeah, they'll tag your license plate. So, but we have
yeah,
an
Hmm.
account online, and then we have those boxes in our vehicles, and that makes it a lot easier.
an
Although
easy
we're not.
pass.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So
Now,
Yes.
see,
Yes.
Ohio hasn't done that yet.
Oh.
really,
It's
I'm surprised.
so from the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania till Toledo is $38.25.
One way for your truck.
You got to remember,
God,
I have 5 axles though, so
Wow.
they go by
I know,
axle.
but mhm.
wow.
Still seems like a lot of money.
Oh
That
yeah,
does.
It does.
So
Well,
the company picks that up, right? So your company
oh
would
yeah.
get that. That would really all them trucks on the road, man.
If I had to pay for that, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
going the tollway.
Well, true. That's
yeah.
true. Over Louisville, there's one of those. They hadn't told it yet. Was it the Kennedy? They hadn't told. I don't know if it's told now. It's one of
Oh,
them
you mean
bridges over there.
the
There was
Sherman
one.
Mitten?
Oh, the Sherman Mitten. I was going to say one of them bridges, and people that I know, they would have purposely go that way, even though because it just didn't have to pay the toll, rather
I don't
than
think they
Oh,
do now, do they?
the
Mm-mm.
toll
it's all,
bridge for going across into Kentucky.
Yes.
yeah,
65.
yeah,
65, and then if you come out of New Albany, Indiana into Louisville, there's a Sherman Mitten Bridge, and it's a double decker. It's not tolled yet, I don't think.
No,
I
that's
don't
what
think
I'm
so.
talking about. Yeah, it's
The
not.
one that's
Mhm.
west of there is not tolled. No.
Not yet, but I forget how many
Oh, they're planning
cars
on
go
doing it.
over that. Huh?
Oh,
Are they planning on
we,
making it a toll?
I would
I don't
assume
doubt. I wouldn't doubt
yeah,
it.
Mm,
But who knows, right? Who knows what'll happen? We don't know. Oh,
yeah,
well,
we'll
let's see.
see.
There's one that goes down 3rd Street Bridge, goes into Louisville, and that's not tolled. But then you're right downtown in Louisville, so that doesn't help with anybody.
unless
No.
you're
I mean, it
going
wouldn't
there.
help going
Oh,
65 south. It wouldn't help you.
no,
Go down
no,
through town and around.
no, that
But
wouldn't
I
be
haven't been there in a while, so I don't know. Hmm.
no.
So I'll tell you where I was at recently. I was in it's a distance. I was in the big city of Indianapolis. So when you said 70, I'm familiar with 70, 74, 65, 69 up
Oh
in that
yeah.
area. I have our sons and families. They live about an hour from that area.
Well, 70 goes all the way over to Utah.
Wow.
I do. Is it Utah?
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
Utah. Yeah.
Wow.
I know my
I
in-laws
know.
live up that way on 70, off of 70, and up by Indy.
You
Oh,
know
sure,
US 12?
sure.
You know US 12 that goes to the bottom of Michigan, right?
It's been a while.
Yeah,
It goes through Irish Hills area and all of
Oh,
that.
yes. Thank you. Yes.
US 12 actually ends over in Washington State.
Wow.
Wow.
And you know about
Wow.
Washington State, don't you, Lynn? You know about
Well,
Washington.
Bones, I was stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, and that's where I met cameraman. We'll be married 44 years next month. And then we moved, yeah. We moved to
She's
Michigan.
old. She's old.
Well, and I didn't get married till I was 25, if that gives you any idea. So, I know I'm old. I know my doctor told me yesterday. But anyways, my mother and I, cameraman took a job with Boeing airplane. We left Michigan and he went back out to Washington State to work for Boeing. And our mom and I and our toddler son, just a toddler, we drove 7 days. We from the Detroit area out to the Seattle area, Everett, Washington, actually. And that was the most wonderful trip of my life.
Everett, Washington.
I've lived there. I had a child there.
I had a delivery in Everett, Washington.
Two of them.
Well, we lived on a street that was called Treve. Anyway, they spelled Everett backwards. So we lived on the street that Everett was backwards. However you say that now. It's been so long ago.
That's
Yeah.
what they named
Actually,
the street?
that is really close to where Marv lived before he moved.
Well, yes.
It's only like 5 miles
cameraman
away
and
from
I,
there or something.
we've lived in Linwood. We've lived in Linwood, Washington. Now we lived in Mukilteo, which is, oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful place. It was, I mean, it still is, I'm sure. So we really have been blessed to live there. We lived there during our military and then after military, while he worked for Boeing Airplane.
Wow.
So I know it's beautiful out there. Oh, Mama C said that's where I'm at, Fort Lewis. Oh my goodness, I was 176 Signal Company. We were a battalion size company. We were a large group back then.
Was there a question in there somewhere? I thought I seen a question.
Let's see. No, but I'll tell you what though. Helen said, yes, Mama C, Bones, and all the truckers who work so hard to keep our country moving without them. Our country's moving without them would stop within a week. That's right. And
It would
Mama
stop
C,
actually sooner than that.
oh,
Because everything is just so on demand, and they've cut down to have more floor space in the stores. They have cut down in their warehousing area. So basically, your stores get a delivery every day.
Well,
sure
yes,
they do. Sure they do.
You know, I want to tell you about 20. Well, see, I worked for an automotive supplier for 23 years, and I worked several different departments. I worked in purchasing, and I also worked as a supplier customer service representative. And back then, I'm going to say it was about 1990, early 90s is when they started that on-demand stuff. And they switched the warehouse from that on-demand. And there was a Japanese teaching called Kaizen, and that was where the FIFO, first in, first out. So they started changing our warehouse and to that Kaizen, they all had to. And so what you're talking about, this on demand, actually started, I mean, from what I witnessed personally, was probably back in the early 90s. And we made parts for Chrysler. It was Daimler Chrysler back when. And I was the rep for them, for our company. And we were making parts in the United States. And all of a sudden, our parts were leaving and going to Mexico. And so we would ship, well, I'm telling tales, but we would ship parts out of our place, send them to Mexico, and then bring them back in from Mexico as, I don't know, it wasn't right. and then we also just shipped they made parts for us in Mexico. I never understood our commerce, I never understood. I get it now where we want to buy American made.
Yeah.
Back then I kind of didn't understand it. But I saw the change in how they were, everything was on demand. And like you said, now we are solely on demand, aren't we? And I think, I believe what you said. Every day they're getting a delivery, because I see that in Walmart. You see them constantly.
Constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Repacking the shelves, So talk about that for a second, Bonez, and how that is. Have you seen that change in your 18-year career? Have you seen that switch?
Yep. They have made and built more distribution centers to handle that.
Yes.
And that's the single reason why they've made so many more distribution centers, is so they can supply these stores faster. But still, I mean, there's no. If you go into like a Walmart, and most of the time, if they don't have anything on the shelf, you should be like, well, can you go looking back and see if it's back in there's something more in the back?
Yeah.
They pretty much don't do that anymore.
Oh
no, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's really scary, and that's why, I want to say it was about 2012, in that time of 2011, 2012, that I got a hold of. Oh my gosh, we've got to like really prepare. I've always been kind of like, not, I want to say a food hoarder. I guess, is that true, Lynn? I've always been kind of a food hoarder, but there was a period of time when we didn't have food, and it was really horrible and rough.
You and your family personally.
Yeah. And I had to go on food stamps, and there's no shame in that at all. But I didn't like it. And so after that, and I didn't like it. And when the circumstances changed and when things got better, I started literally hoarding food. I mean, we ate it all too, and that's part of my weight problem.
You ate it.
We ate it. But and so now, all these years, I'm sort of glad that I was kind of got that way, because now it's even more important that people realize the times we're living you're sketchy, and Bonez can testify firsthand. It's totally different. So we need to really be prepared. This last whole year should have taught us that we need to be prepared, so we're not the person at the store scrambling for a pack of toilet paper or something to eat. And all these food lines, it just kills me. It's awful.
Yeah. Yep. Well, see, you remember back when they started, all this started stuff going down, and then people were like, the first lockdowns, people were going to the store and they were getting everything that they could, and then the store shelves were bare, and that goes another thing with that. That's why that they were bare, is because they don't have any warehousing at the stores anymore.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Well, I know. There's things that I still can't get. There's a coffee creamer that I like, and I have the hardest time finding it. And it's there. Just things that we used to be plentiful that just are not anymore. And so, that it's frustrating, but we just have to, think ahead, and get prepared, get this extra stuff now while you're able.
Well, Helen says the shops don't keep surplus anymore from truck to shelves. That's scary. Even say a week of bad weather, shelves are nearly empty.
That's right.
So
and
it doesn't.
Yep.
And back home where Lynn is, we would get 2 inches of snow, and our little town, and everybody around freak out because they're just not prepared to handle that.
No, the milk and bread, every lunch meats, they're all gone.
Eggs.
Yeah.
And it just So you don't want to be caught in that situation. You want to be that one that could actually help somebody else if they didn't have something.
You know what I think I'll make for our dinner tonight? It's a good old country recipe. I think I'm going to make beans and, bean soup with some ham in it. Sometimes you just
hey.
got to get, yeah.
That sounds really
You
good.
like it? Oh,
Um,
beans and ham, little onion on the side or relish. Whew.
Cornbread.
so
Cornbread.
I know a lot of people like to make, that they make their own bread and stuff like that.
Yes, yes.
But in the SHTF area, when that,
Yes.
if that ends up happening, there's actually it's called canned bread,
Yes.
and it's ready to go. So you just open it up and slice it and stuff, and it's ready to go.
Where do you
Well,
get that?
I'll send you guys a link for it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We tried it the other day, and we made actually grilled cheese sandwiches with it.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Oh, that was so good.
Well,
Cool.
the only bread that I know in a can has been around for years, and it's a brown bread. It's like molasses, and the only reason I remember it, our dad was allergic to sulfur and sulfa and molasses, and he had a little bit of that brown bread out of that can, and we took him to the hospital because he couldn't breathe. So,
Oh, wow.
but this is regular white or wheat bread.
Oh shoot, I have to.
Okay, well that's okay. That's good to know. You can send it to Ann.
Well, no, what you can do, Bones, is when you get a chance, just put it in the comments of this video.
Yeah. Okay.
Put it in the,
Well, I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, where you bought it and things like that. And I have to say one more thing before we let you go pretty soon. I can find, who Bill Knapp was, correct? Bill Knapp's Restaurants?
Yep.
Okay. I have found a store about 40 miles from me that carries Bill Knapp's chocolate cakes.
Oh.
They used to be $5. Now it was, I don't want to get wrong, but it was right around 12, and I think they had $2 off that day or something. But
they weren't very big.
No, they're not very big, but they're delicious.
That's
a
mission.
Used to go there. We used to go to Bill Knapp's every for like my grandma and grandpa's birthdays and stuff. We used to have their chocolate cake.
Oh, absolutely! They call it a celebration cake. They also have it in white, but I prefer the chocolate. But right now, I won't be eating any for a while. Maybe Easter, right? Maybe Easter.
I prefer chocolate too.
I'm a chocoholic.
Chocoholic.
Chocoholic. Yes.
That's right.
But we have actually found quite a few things like that with the bread.
Yes.
They also have canned. It's like probably about like this, and probably so big around, but it's pre-made taco meat.
Oh.
All you have to do is heat it up.
I'm writing this down.
I'll put that in there too.
Okay.
I'll put it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, we found a whole bunch of stuff that you just don't see in the store. So yeah.
Wow.
Well, Bones, we sure thank you so very much for being with us today. Yay!
Well, thank you for having me.
And we will do this again. We want to have you back. Would that be okay?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you have a minute, I'm not sure how far away from it I am, but it might be. I am really close to the tunnel.
Oh, cool. Okay. So we'll wait for the tunnel. We'll wait for the tunnel.
Let me see how close I am to it.
Mama C says the canned bread makes me think of turkey dinner in a can. I've never heard of that before. Turkey dinner in a can?
No, but there's chicken in a can. Sous vide, isn't that the Name of
Well,
them,
that's
the company,
chicken and
Subi.
well, that's chicken.
That's
Yeah,
a chicken in a can.
chicken
Yeah.
and dumplings. Yeah, but Mama
No,
C,
you
you'll
can
have.
get the whole. You can get the whole chicken in the can.
Oh, really?
Uh huh.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's gelled when it comes out. It's gelled. You have to heat it.
It must be an
It's
awful little chicken.
Well, it's the bigger cans,
Okay.
not the little cans.
Well, it's probably the big number 10 cans.
Yeah, it's the number
Yeah.
10. There you go. Number
Okay.
10.
Number 10. Okay.
There's also a book.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to put that in the chat too. It's I think it's called like something the old ways or something.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Well, they have all kinds of recipes in there for like tack breads. The hardtack.
Yes.
It's the and pemmican.
Yes, pemmican. Yes, that's kind of hard to make though because you gotta. It's explained to. I don't think Lynn knows what we're talking about. Tell her about pemmican.
Nope.
Pemmican is it's a mixture of meat and fat that the Indians used to make.
Like jerky. Kind of like
And it
jerky.
will- And it can last up to a really long time. They said the last time that they actually found archaeological dig found a thing with Indians that they found some of this pemmican and it was still able to eat it.
Wow.
Because that's what they would,
it
put
lasts
in there.
so long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Operation said it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I know honey does too, doesn't it? Honey.
It depends on how long it's stored. Now, if you
really
honey is also another thing where if you don't store it right or if you don't have it right, it will. Hold on. It will crystallize.
Yes, but you can reheat it.
Reheat it. That's what I've done. You reheat it and put it in a mason jar. It'll come right back.
Just a minute.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful when you reheat honey because that's a high point of. You can actually start a fire too.
Oh yeah. I mean, I did it real slow. You got to do it real slow, or you could, I guess, put it in a crock pot, maybe. I don't know, but I just did it on the.
I'm not sure.
I just did it on the stove top, and then put it back in the mason jar, and it was fine. But anyhow, I used to make this stuff. We called it Indian bread.
I started saying it's Indian bread.
And you would take self-rising.
Isn't that the same thing that was? Isn't that the same thing that hardtack is though?
Well,
Indian bread.
Indian bread.
No,
you fry it in a. You fry it in a. You fry it in a pan.
Bacon grease.
Oh, okay.
So you take
It's like
take self-rising flour and mix a little water with it, and just fry it in a pan with bacon grease. You just pour it like a pancake, and you let it get nice and brown. Flip it over, and that's man, I've eaten a lot of that.
It's a kind of a poor man's bread.
It is,
but it's really good.
Especially in that bacon grease. So it's good.
Yes,
but
I had a friend that lived on that for a long time.
I think I did. I think my family did too once upon a time. But yeah, it was good, and it's still. Oh man, I could make that now, but I guess I better
now,
not.
Mama C said she'd like to try that bean soup.
Oh, that sounds
good. I know. Yep, and we have ham left over, which I've frozen, and I've cut it in chunks, and then I have a ham soup bone that's huge. Now, when I use that, I'll have to put that in a huge. You can't see it. A huge pot. And that'll make enough for, I don't know, 20 people. So,
how far are you from the tunnel?
Let me see here. I can't tell on the map there. I just seen a sign a little bit ago. You know, fun fact.
Yes.
You know the bread that we're talking about. They made it for the military for I think it was World War One.
Okay.
And then they had so much left over that they stored it and they used it for World War II.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yep.
I know I had some old sea rations. And that's funny because there used to be what was called a John Wayne bar, kind of a fudge bar. Boy, you wanted to trade whatever you could to get a John Wayne bar. And that always had 2 cigarettes in there, unfiltered cigarettes, 2 pieces of little chiclet gum, and about 10 little pieces of TP, bundled up in a little package.
Little squares.
And then when we use our, not PF2, but our metal thing to open our cans, you had to be careful to get the metal chips out of there. Phew.
You know, there's a guy on YouTube that I don't know what the channel is, but he finds these old rations and stuff like that, and he actually opens them up on video. It's kind of neat to see what kinds of things are in there.
I'll have to find him.
I've seen something like that where they find this old food. It's all kinds of food, and it's old, and they check it out, and they open it up. I've saw something like that. Maybe it's the same guy. It's hysterical.
It might be.
It's hilarious because sometimes they open those cans up and, woo, it's bad.
Well, speaking of foods that last a while, I've stored a little bit of Spam away.
Now, is that the old Spam or the new Spam?
Oh, it has to be the new Spam because I bought it at Wally World.
Oh.
Is there a difference? Is it better or worse?
It's worse than it used to be.
Oh, yuck. See, I haven't opened it. It's in my storage.
There's a book that has the old recipe for Spam, too.
Oh, wow. Make your own Spam. Spam in a can. Okay.
It's the old recipe for the Spam, though. It's not the new recipe because it lasts for a long time.
No, I don't have. No, I don't have the old.
Wonder what was in the old Spam besides pork.
Well, probably a lot less preservatives or something.
Yeah. Less fat, maybe.
Maybe more meat. More better cuts of meat.
Glad we don't have television.
I think it's less of a combination of meat.
Yeah. Probably more sugar, more fat. Yeah.
Trying to see. I don't think I'm that far away. Here it is. There's the tunnel. I am 8 minutes away from it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We'll wait. We'll wait. We want to have see that tunnel.
Well, then go ahead and tell us some of the meals you like to have when you're not on the road. What do you like to have at home?
Oh, we usually do homemade stuff.
Yes.
Like hobo stew and.
All right. What's in hobo stew? I don't know that one.
It depends on what you want to put in it.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a catch-all, put all the good stuff in it.
Basically, your potatoes, carrots, onions, If you want to put any greens in there, you can, like beans or corn or.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
And then you can either use turkey or chicken or beef,
Okay.
depending on which way you want to make it.
Okay. Ann and I make something called hamburger soup. And we start off with browning hamburger, and then we put frozen mixed vegetables in it and tomato juice and sweeten it up and
whatever else is in the refrigerator.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of more frozen vegetables and hamburger. Put it together, put your juice in there, and season it up, and that's what we just call it, hamburger soup.
Ah.
But it's a good filler, and it tastes very good.
Oh, it really tastes good. No, Dave don't like it, so I don't make it. I don't make it anymore, Lynn, because he doesn't like it. I want to make beef stew. What man doesn't like beef stew? My husband.
Her husband.
Yeah, I'm like, you get a taste for something, and nope.
And we like something called cabbage rolls. Do you know what those are?
Kind of like glunkies.
Maybe they have meat. They have rice and meat, hamburger and rice in them, and then you put a tomato sauce and lots of brown sugar. Anything with brown sugar. Okay, those are delicious.
Well, see, I don't really like tomatoes. I'm not a big tomato guy. Actually, no tomato at all, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, my husband isn't either, but he likes salsa, and he likes ketchup. You know,
I won't eat salsa.
Oh, you don't? Well, because okay. Now my husband,
chunks of tomato.
Yeah, he'll eat salsa, and I'll tell him. I'll say, "You eat salsa, but you won't eat tomatoes." I want to make like chili with tomatoes in it, not just the soup. Or the tomato. Yeah, the tomato juice. I want tomatoes in it. No,
right.
No. I don't understand people who don't like tomatoes.
What about it, Bones? What about it you don't like?
It's a texture and a smell thing. My mom used to eat tomatoes raw.
Yeah.
She used to sit on the couch and just have a tomato, and she'd pour salt on it and do it.
Yeah.
Pour salt on it.
Yeah. That kind of.
That burned me on it. I don't think I really ever liked tomatoes. That and Brussels sprouts.
Oh, you're like our mother. She's not, and I can eat. Cameraman and I eat a whole bag of Brussels sprouts when I make them. Usually.
Yeah.
I like them.
Now,
Brussels sprouts.
Our mom, she goes, "You can have my Brussels sprouts."
Do you know, Lynn, what Mom does not like? And she made it all the time for Dad, was creamed peas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look.
Look. Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Oh,
we're going up the hill to go through the tunnel.
Hi, DeGurley. Oh. And DeGurley is in.
See.
Hi, the girlie.
She said, now Bones, she said she doesn't like store-bought tomatoes. She said that they taste like disappointment. So she raises her own from seed, and they have a good flavor. Hers do.
Yes, they do. We're gonna get ready to go through the tunnel with Bonez.
We are in Pennsylvania today.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, we're in Pennsylvania.
I'm just sitting here watching. This is really cool.
I know. Well, it's overcast today. Uh-huh.
It's overcast here at my house. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's double trailer too.
That FedEx. Woo! Cheryl Lewis. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
He just made me slow down.
Bye-bye, Mama C. Great kisses.
Bye, Mama C.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that guy just slowed me down, so I couldn't pass him. I lost my momentum.
Oh, well.
I'm gaining it back, though. But this guy right here passing me right now, he is definitely speeding.
Oh, yeah. What is the speed there? Is it 70 or is it 65 for trucks?
It's actually 55 going through here for any vehicles right now.
Oh. Oh.
So for all vehicles going through here, it's 55 miles an hour, right at this in this area anyway.
Now, let me see here. Mickey Mouse Operation and the Girly are both working on Winter Garden.
Winter Garden.
Winter Gardens. Yes, they're working on tomatoes, sunflower, eggplant, collard greens, and lettuce. That's Mickey Mouse Operation. And the Girly, I'm not quite sure. I know she's been busy growing her garden. How does your garden grow? Right? Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow?
I have some of DeGurley's pickles in my refrigerator and in my cabinet, and I am just what do you say? I'm just eating them a few at a time.
Yeah, you have to make it.
Oh, they have to last.
So when you have to make it last. You have to pollinize your own plants.
Yeah,
okay, that's a question.
DeGurley,
okay.
You start and Mickey Mouse. Do you all start from seed? I know DeGurley does seeds.
But pollination, I'm talking
pollinization. Yeah.
That I don't know.
Okay. They should have heard that question, and we should get an answer here in a minute.
DeGurley, I'm growing miniature indoor tomatoes, kale, lettuce, and cabbage. Do either of you, Mickey Mouse or DeGurley, know about starting from pollinization?
Or when the seeds are all done and they're growing, the pollinization to get the fruit and the stuff, or not the vegetables, stuff.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Lynn. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ann.
Well, I was just going to repeat what Mickey Mouse said. I have loco bees and yes on seeds. And
yes,
also,
so they're pollinated seeds.
Yeah, and she said she has sunflowers that are like 8 feet tall. Wow.
Ooh,
they are
I'd
beautiful.
like to grow some of those.
Yeah, sunflowers. Yes, beautiful.
Actually, before I fell asleep last night, I was thinking about spring and some of the changes I want to make outside with flowers. Yes. Excuse me. Oh,
He's
look
not
at
supposed
those.
to be in the left lane. Yeah, there's snow up here.
I know. Look at that. We're getting up more for the mountains there.
Yep. There's the tunnel.
Okay,
oh boy.
Woohoo! Oh, okay, so we could think we'll lose you.
Oh,
it might. I'm not sure. Depends. There could be a possibility, but it might be right back. So.
Okay.
So
here we go.
Here we go.
Woohoo!
Beep.
Go through the
Don't
tunnel.
you beep your horn.
No.
Beep, 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 beep. I can beep it. Beep, beep.
Yeah, he broke up. But
I'll
look
hold
at
off
that.
until these cars get past me.
Oh no, you're still with us! Yay!
You're with us.
Yep,
Yay!
I'm here.
Wow. How long is this
I think
tunnel?
it's when you get further through. I'm not sure.
Oh wow.
Maybe a mile. Maybe half a mile.
Oh my goodness. The girlie says
Going right
that
through the mountain.
is so cool. Wow. When we're in the Gatlinburg area, we do that. There's a tunnel, small tunnel between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and we always beep our horns. Woo!
Hey,
It's like
Bones.
Take off my
tradition.
sunglasses.
Wow.
Bones, how are you, is this with your phone that you're videoing all of this, or do you have a special device?
Oh, it's my phone.
That's just your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
And then I have my dash cam is also, you can see my dash cam right there.
See his dash cam right there?
I see your dash cam. Yeah, I see that.
I see the end.
Woohoo!
Woo!
I might not lose you.
I know.
Watch, I'll probably lose you right at the very end.
Oh, wow.
Into the light.
Yay.
Cool.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing
you.
that.
That was cool.
Oh,
I think we have some downhill moments here too, so in a little bit.
oh, Helen said beep beep.
Beep,
Oh.
Well,
And
again,
the girly and Mickey Mouse operation, they're talking seeds and plants. Isn't that nice? We can connect. That's what, it all started with, like, say, Marfugo, and he just got us all connected. And what a family to be connected with.
yes, we have so many new
So
friends.
many.
So many. And we love
Great
them all,
people.
don't we, Lynn?
Oh,
We do.
absolutely. Love them. Love you guys.
Love 'em
Oh,
And so, Bones, we're going to let you go. We love you and your family. We
oh,
just
and appreciate you. Yes.
Yes, we appreciate you, and we just thank you, and we want you to come back.
Here's middle-aged kisses.
Okay.
Well, here's
That was excellent. That was excellent. Well, let's see your face before we go.
I gotta turn you around.
Now that was so good. That was good, Bones.
Helen said, "Thank you, Bones. Cool."
There we go.
That was cool. You're cool.
Okay, all right. Now,
And I even did the thing too when I did that.
we got to do it again. So we're gonna give you granny kisses, Bones. All right, now give us ours.
We received those.
Well, we send much love, and Bones will have you back, and and your lovely wife too, if you'd like.
Yes,
sometime.
absolutely. If
yeah.
you're home, yes.
Yeah, we'll get you.
Do it on a weekend.
Okay.
Yes, that would be absolutely awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and we love you, and we're send more granny kisses, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, and to the rest of all of our family out there, stay tuned. You're going to see who next week's special guest is. You don't want to miss the announcement.
Bye, Bones.
Bye, Bones. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wasn't that wonderful, Lynn?
Oh, that's fantastic.
That was so great. That was so great to
Well,
have him with us today.
And I hate to kiss and run, but I have to get over and get some allergy shots.
Yes, and I have an appointment too. But before you all go, Lynn and I will say goodbye to you. We love you, and we thank you so much for being with us today. Hold on for a special announcement.
Yes, don't want to leave. Don't leave yet.
Granny kisses. We love you.
Coming to the next The Ann Lynn Show, Dex J. Oh, you all know him from Marfugal TV. Well, he's going to join Ann and Lynn for a very special show. Be here on the next The Ann Lynn Show, January the 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern.